Just got a tip, there's no debate. I know a gent that'll set you straight. It's Vinny Valentine. Good fellow who's got what it takes. A New Yorker to make no mistake. It's Vinny Valentine. And if you're feeling real blue, call on Vinny. He's gonna tell you who's better than you. Elizabeth Street, Little Italy. Hangs with his pals, yeah, that's where he'll be. It's Vinny, a friend of mine. Stand-up guy from the Lower East Side. Take it from me, he's one of a kind. It's Vinny Valentine.
Who's better than you? Tell him like it is. My co-host Carissa.
Hello.
Vinny Pastore from Sopranos, an old friend of mine. And if you remember last week, I was talking about Donald Trump and Hillary. I don't even want to talk about it because after the show I want to go out and eat. And when I talk about it, she
lose your appetite.
She gives me I lose my appetite. Gives me a knot in my stomach.
Don't want to do that.
Her husband should have done more when he was in that White House.
Ooh.
So that's number one. And now, Vinny, you were on The Apprentice. You were on with Donald Trump.
I was on this Celebrity Apprentice for Donald, and I did very well. And I really respected Donald, the show, and I had a good time working with him. And we had a good group of people together. It was me, Stephen Baldwin, Mary Lou Henner, your buddy.
Yes.
She was on. Lennox Lewis.
Who was that?
Mary Lou from Taxi.
Oh, yeah.
She was on. Omarosa was on. And what happened is that when I was the project manager, I raised $50,000 for my ex-wife's charity. She lost her second husband. I was her first. Second husband from pancreatic cancer. So that was my charity. And I raised $50,000, and I gave it a check right in front of Lamella's. And she didn't know she was going to get a check for $50,000. And I always remembered that Donald was good to me, that I was able to do that. And a lot of people forget about the things that he did on television and everything like that, you know. They say, oh yeah, he came from a rich family, and you know, he had a lot of bad business deals. Well, who doesn't have bad business deals?
Right, everyone
you know?
does.
Everybody does. But what I always respected and liked about Donald was that he was a man of his word. If he says he's going to do something, he gets it done. You know, so what he's telling the country, I believe he's going to get this done. And you know, I'm going to tell you something. I'm not too happy with the Clintons if they get back into the White House. You know, what's the difference if it's him or her? It's still the same family. You know what I mean? It's like Game of Thrones over there. You know what I mean? I don't know if you watch that show, but I, you know, am I endorsing Donald Trump? Listen, I say the country should get him as the next president. He'll clean it up. You were talking earlier. You were talking last week about ISIS. Yeah. Well, he won't take no crap. Donald won't take it.
Well, that's what we need.
No,
that's what we need.
He won't take
this
it.
country is too liberal. They talk about it and talk about it, and meanwhile, they're getting stronger and stronger and stronger.
That's right. That's right.
I don't like the way that we're all in fear. We all live in fear.
We live in fear.
Like children know what to do in case a gunman comes into their school, and they're young.
We didn't grow up that way.
We didn't grow up like that. Like they have protocols,
the only
special
time we
locks
got
on
in
the
trouble
doors.
is if we went to see an R-rated movie. The nuns would come in and hit us with a ruler.
I mean,
That's
I have a
the only
little
time
one
we
at
got in
home.
trouble.
Yeah, you said you have a daughter, but I have a little one at home. I'm scared for her.
What's it like traveling? I mean, I just came back from L.A. and I got TSA approved, which means they get you through. If you're not TSA approved, you're waiting on the line for hours, taking off all your clothes, your shoes, your belts, everything like that. You know.
I know.
You know, and I got thrown off a plane once.
What happened? I mean, you're here.
I got thrown off a plane. What happened? I was flying to go to do the Jimmy Kimmel show in L.A.
Okay.
And I was on Continental Air, and I was flying first class, and all of a sudden I get on the plane, and they said, sit in the back. And I said, what do you mean sit in the back? I got a first class ticket. And they said, no, there's a high-profile politician that came on, he took your seat. And I said, I got to go sit in the back? So I go sit in the back, and it was the worst seat on the plane. It was all the way in the back, next to the men's room, squeezed up against the window. And I sat there for 2 minutes, and I said, wait, come over. And I called the stewardess over, and I said, I'm getting claustrophobic. And she said, told me to keep quiet. And I said, no, I'm getting claustrophobic. So she said, do you want to leave the plane? I said, I want my seat back. And they threw me off the plane.
Wow.
And they had me sit in the airport for 2 more hours for the next plane, and they gave me the same crappy seat way back there.
No, they didn't.
You can't mess with those stewardesses.
Oh, come on.
You can't. And then I was coming back from West Palm Beach about 2 months ago.
Right.
And there was a nice Italian lady sitting next to me. She couldn't speak English. And she was trying to talk to the lady and the stewardess. And she was giving her a hard time. And I said, well, she don't understand English. And she said, you give me a hard time. I said, no, you're giving me a hard time. She came over and she gave me a yellow slip. And it said on the yellow slip that when the plane lands, you will be escorted off the plane. And I said, no, we don't need this. I was just trying to protect the lady. It's bad now.
Wow.
It's bad. Fortunately, I talked to somebody else on the plane who was her boss, and they said she's having a bad day. I said, well, she's having a bad day, so she's taking it out on me.
That's not acceptable.
You
That's
know?
not professional.
Yeah. I mean, come on. I mean, do I look like a terrorist?
No.
I don't look
But
like
also
a
all the way in
terrorist.
the back, everyone knows that's just, that's the worst seat. No
You
one
look
wants
like
that
a
seat.
terrorist.
Oh, yeah.
Then you're a big guy. Give
That's
me a
right.
break.
Vinny Vella, the
Right.
terrorist. That's the new sitcom. So anyway, I want to tell you, everybody, I'm back on HBO.
You are.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah, I play Big Pussy. It's an animated show called Animals, and I play Big Pussy, a pussycat.
Do you
Yeah, I'm the
really?
voice of Big Pussy.
Stop it.
That's right.
That's amazing.
You should go on.
What
Ooh, Vinny.
would I play?
Who are you going to
You
play?
play Little Pussy. I don't know. What do you got?
I want to give you a bottle.
You were supposed to give it to me last week. You forgot.
That's all right.
How come you didn't give it to me last week?
Because
Why?
you forgot.
I went home. I was looking for olive oil. This is nice. Santo Stefano.
That's nice, right?
Yeah, this is
I
nice.
know.
Where's this made in Italy?
Sicily.
Sicily. Oh, but I'm Napolitan. What am I going to do with this?
So am I.
So what do you do with Sicilian olive oil if you're
I answered a
Napolitan?
lot of questions. Just use it.
Just use it,
Cook
okay.
with it. And there's a little silver thing
want me
on
to do a
the
commercial?
on top. You see?
Yeah, do it. Okay.
That's how you open it.
Okay. Yeah, I know how to open up a bottle of olive oil, Vinny.
And
When
this
you
is
go
the-
home and make your salad,
All
what's
right.
that?
Hey.
What's this?
I got one
Same
too.
thing.
Oh, you got one too? Okay, let's do a commercial.
Okay.
When you go home and you make your salad, cut up the tomatoes, put a little garlic in there, and don't forget to use Santo
Santo
Stefano
Stefano.
olive oil.
all right.
How's that?
That was wonderful.
Okay, Vinny, you gonna pay me for that one? Huh? Is that union?
There's
What
one
else you got down there?
I know.
What else
Give
you
a
got
box.
down there?
I got more olive oil.
What is your favorite meal? What's your favorite Italiano?
You're gonna get mad at me.
Okay.
I like to go to Vincent's and eat the shrimp balls.
Ooh.
Okay.
To go see Jimmy,
Shrimp
Vinny.
balls.
I call him Vinny. What's
Yeah.
it, Jimmy or Vinny? If
If you're not sure, just go.
No. I was talking to somebody, and this is true. I don't know if you people know it out there. Even though your name is Vincent, your
Right.
nickname could be Jimmy.
What? No.
Yes. What are you
Really?
looking at me? My godfather, we kept calling him Jimmy all my life, and then
Yeah.
when he died, on the coffin it said Vincent.
Stop it.
And I said, why did they say Vincent? They said that was his real name. Jimmy was his nickname. And I talked to
Thought Jimmy
Vinny
was
down at
James.
Vincent's,
Yeah.
and he said the same thing. If you, in other words, I can call you Jimmy right now, but you
Call me
won't,
whatever you
you won't do nothing if I call you Jimmy. You won't even turn around.
No, when
Jimmy.
when I met Frank Sinatra,
Yeah.
I met him a couple of times, and when I seen him in New York, he goes, "Yeah, where did I meet you?" I said, "Down at Miami Beach. I used to work at Jilly's." He goes, "Oh, your name is Benny, right?" I said, "It's Vinny." He goes, "What are you correcting me?"
You worked at Jilly's?
Yeah.
What are you correcting me?
Wow. So you knew Sinatra?
I knew them all.
What do you mean knew them all? Dean Martin? You knew Dean?
Well, let me put it this way: when I first went down to Miami Beach,
Yeah.
mid '60s, I met this guy named Bobby.
Yeah.
He said, "You Italian?" I said, "Yeah, sure, I'm Italian."
Vella.
Yeah. So he says, "What are you doing down there?" I said, "I'm on vacation." "What kind of work do you do?" I said, "Right now I'm out of work." He goes, you mean, you're really on a vacation? From a vacation? Are they looking for you back there? I said, I'm not sure. So he says, you looking for work? I said, yeah. He says, meet me tomorrow. I'm going to bring you somewhere. So he bought me a tuxedo for $100. I had to pay him like $10 a week. And he brought me to Jellies. And he showed me how to be a maitre d'.
Wow.
You know, answer the phones in the afternoon. And he said, if somebody comes in and they want a table, and they say, hi, I'd like a table, you make a reservation? No, you're going to have to wait. But if a guy comes in and goes, hey, Pat, you got a table?
And he gives you 20 bucks?
Then you know.
Then he gets the table.
So a guy came in one night and says, I'd like a table. But I didn't see his hand go in his pocket. So I says, you make a reservation? He goes, no. He said, I can't help you. He said, listen, it's for Frank. I said, it doesn't matter who it's for. If you didn't make a reservation, I can't help you. Now, I didn't know who the hell Frank was.
Right, of
He
course
just
not.
said Frank. So he said, you want me to get you fired? I said, how are you going to get me fired?
I'm
You
doing my
gotta make a
job. You didn't make a
He
reservation.
says, it's for Frank Sinatra. I said, I'm sorry. You only said Frank. I didn't know who you... I get right away.
Right.
I said, he says, want the table up front. I said, I got that table right there. He goes, I don't want that table. I want that table. I said, there's people sitting on it. He goes, move them over. I said, oh man, I'm gonna wind up getting in trouble over here. So I went over to the table and I said to the guy, I said, whoever put you at this table made a mistake. We're gonna have to move you over. They said, you put us here. I said, then I made a mistake. So and then they went out, they got Frank Sinatra, they brought him in. And he said, is this the guy? I thought he was going to smack the shit out of me. You know, like when he see me. And he handed me a $100 bill.
Who did?
Frank Sinatra.
Did you spend it or you kept it?
What the hell do I know? Back
You
then.
said, I would have kept it.
Well, I
I
put
would
it
have
in my
said,
pocket.
sign it and kept it.
I put it in my pocket. So they all sat down, and so they had a bottle of wine on the table. He was drinking, I think, Jack Daniels. So I bought the table a drink, and then the guy comes over to me, and I'm standing near the door. He says, come on, join us for a drink. I said, I can't, I'm working. He goes, join us for a drink. I said, I'll be right there, you know. So then Jilly walked in. I tried to get up. The guy was holding me down. I looked at Jilly. He said, don't worry about it. So then I told him, I said, I bought him a bottle of wine and a drink for the table. He goes, I said, I'll pay for it later. He goes, don't worry, they don't pay anyway. So on the way out, he goes, hey, Benny, here.
He kept
gave me
going to
another
Benny.
$100.
He gave
Yeah.
another
Told me,
$100.
gave me
Benny.
another $100. Now
good.
in New York, I went to go see him at Carnegie Hall, and I bought 2 tickets years later. And I'm with some girl. I bought 2 tickets like for $38, sitting up in the balcony. And the girl says, "Hey, isn't that him?" So I looked at him. I went like this, and he looked. He went, "No, me." So I went over to him. He goes, "Where do I know you from?" I said, "I used to work at Jilly's down in Miami Beach."
I'm Benny from Jilly.
You know, wait, I didn't say that. He goes, "What's your name, Benny, right?" I said, "It's Vinny." He goes, "What are you, correcting me?" I said, "No, I like that name, Benny." I figured he could call me, listen,
Anything.
you call me Benny, call me Susan. Just keep giving me those $100 bills. I don't care.
Did he give him better seats?
Yeah, he says, where are you sitting? I said, I don't know. I showed him the ticket, and he whipped them up in 100 pieces, and he threw them on the ground. And he says, when you go to the door, tell the guy said to put you in the front. Then he said, come on, Frank, let's go. And I said, who do I tell at the door?
He had no tickets
Who do I
left.
talk to over here? He did. The guy just ripped up my
He
ticket.
ripped up your
He
ticket.
ripped up my ticket. So I went to the front door. So I told the guy, I said,
They said, "Where's your tickets?"
Frank said, yeah, the guy says, he put his hand out for the ticket. I said, Frank Sinatra told me that I should tell somebody here at the front door to put me up in the front. He goes, what's your name? I said, Vinny, Benny, Vinny, you know. He said, all right, follow me.
And you got good
Yeah, he
seats?
gave me like about 6 rows from the front. Wow. But when he was up on stage, he never he just acknowledged me with his eyes. That was it, and that was the last time I seen him.
You never saw him after that?
Never seen him after that, no.
What year was that?
God,
In the 60s?
no, that was going into the 70s now. When I was down in Jilly's, was in the 60s, 66, 67.
Oh, but Carnegie Hall, that probably was one of his last shows, yeah.
You know?
Wow.
And,
Did you ever meet the son,
Oh, yeah.
Frank Sinatra Jr.? Don't say nothing bad.
No, I didn't say nothing
No,
bad.
you're gonna say something
I
bad
didn't
about
say
his
nothing
son.
bad. Yeah, I met his son.
One time he was in Vegas. It was me and Steven Sharippa and little Steven, and we went backstage to see him, and he had dandruff all over his tuxedo.
Oh,
It was like a busted release. It was just sad.
I met him in La Bella Ferraris.
You did?
He used to go down there.
Yeah. He was on The Sopranos once. I like Frank Jr., but but I felt bad for Frank Jr. He could never achieve
No, I mean, no.
nowhere
No way.
near what his father
Whatever
did.
counts.
You know
And
what
who
I
has
really
dandruff on your shoulder?
enjoyed
Come on.
meeting.
Come on. You don't. Vinny, you got a little dandruff on your
I
lip.
got no dandruff. I got no dandruff,
You're
man.
perfect, Vin.
You know who I really enjoyed meeting, and if I could ever live the life of that person,
Who?
that would be D. Martin.
Actually, I'm going to be up in Enfield, Connecticut next week. Dina Martin is doing a roast for me, and it's for a church up there, and they're roasting me. And what's his name? Armin, the guy that was on The Sopranos, the guy Jimmy kicked him in the mouth, the teeth.
Oh,
his
yeah.
teeth. He's going to be up there roasting me because we're way up near Springfield. And I'm going to be with Dina because I became friends with Dina. She was on our show. You
Yeah.
met Dina. She's a doll, Dina Martin. Now, Dina, I respect. Dina, she's got a nice career. You know, she does a lot of great things. She's a good singer. And she kind of lives in her father's shadow, but you know, that's Dean Martin's daughter. You know, when I was down in Washington, I was talking. I said, "What was it like
true.
being Dean Martin's daughter?"
Right.
She said, "Well, Sunday afternoon, John Wayne, Frank Sinatra, Sammy Davis, they used to come over for meatballs, macaroni. My mother used to cook for them. Imagine growing up to that.
No.
You know,
Wow.
that's something. But
Yeah.
she's a really, I really like Dina Martin. Yeah, yeah.
D. Martin, he was my
He
favorite.
was the best.
Ah,
He was the
He was my
best.
favorite.
I was watching something on TV last night about Dean and Jerry about when they broke up. Dean became a serious actor, and he did the movie with Brando, and he did Some Came Running with Sinatra, and you know he did some good movies. And then he did Rio Bravo. Dean was a good actor. Yeah, he was a good actor. Yeah, he was smart. Who's that?
I like smart.
Who's that? We have people in the audience here. So anyway, this is a continuation of last week.
We had
This
so much
is-
fun.
yeah,
That's
right.
it. We had
Last
so
week,
much
I'm so
fun.
glad you brought me back this week. I didn't have time to change my shirt, though. I didn't, you know. And I was telling you about Broadway, about how hard it is to get on Broadway. But once you get there, you get a nice little thing. It's a nice little community, you know. So you should, Vinny, you should try to get on Broadway. You'd be very
Ooh,
good.
I like that,
He's a
Vin.
very
Well,
funny
I,
guy.
I
You
know
don't
he
realize
is.
how funny you are.
You are funny.
Is Vinny Vella funny or what?
Yeah.
Is he funny? Say funny like how? But Vinny's a very funny guy. Very, what's the word? Charismatic?
Yeah, charismatic.
Charismatic.
Yeah, charismatic.
Spell it.
CHARMASICK. No,
I can't spell that.
CHAR. ISMATIC.
But I've been looking forward to coming on the
I never
the
spell
Vinny
that word.
Vella show. Who's Santo Stefano? I mean, why does it say Vinny Vella's olive oil? How'd you get hooked up with this guy? Who is he?
That's a very good question.
It's a long story.
Well, tell me about it. I mean,
It's a long
I'm
story.
doing another commercial with my beautiful blonde over here.
It's a long story.
Are you going on vacation with your wife? Because I'll take care of the show when you go away.
Hey, thatuld be fun.
Wouldn't that be fun?
We'd
Thank you.
have a lot of
Yeah,
fun.
thank you.
Let's
Go
have another
away with your
video. That'd be
wife.
great.
Go to Jerusalem this time. Did you ever go to Jerusalem?
No, I haven't.
You should ask her to take you to Jerusalem. You have a good time. Yeah.
I would love to go there.
Jerusalem? Jerusalem.
I'd like to go to Tel Aviv
Oh, I would love to. My friend is a musician, Harvey Brooks. He lives in
and bring
Jerusalem.
Carissa with me. Oh, wait, I forgot she's married.
I am, yes.
She's married?
Yeah, I
Well, you're
forgot.
married too.
Yeah, I don't get her mind in
Oh,
that.
yeah, that's right. I
That's
forgot.
what he's
You're married
married.
too. And she's watching this show right now.
Yeah.
So I don't think she's going to let you back into the new apartment on Elizabeth Street to keep this
He
up.
was sleeping in the stairwell.
That's right. You'd be sleeping
Tease
down
you.
with Gabriel Burns.
Oh, Vinny.
You'd be sleeping down at a butcher's shop with Momo. That's why you got the key.
That's why you have the key.
Because when
You really live
Margaret Ann
there.
throws you
No.
out, you go downstairs and you sleep on the floor.
This olive oil I got
For what?
in a case is
12.
24 in a case.
Oh, really? I wouldn't have thought.
Okay.
24 in a case. And the guy just wanted to, it came in from Florida. He wanted to send me 50 cases. I said, 50 cases?
Oh, my
I need
gosh.
another apartment for 50.
Right.
I got no.
So
he
you
sent
didn't
me-
take them?
No, I got
'Em down on the corner.
5 cases.
You got 5 cases.
I took 5, and as soon as they
Sell
got,
it for the Mo's.
I give them away.
You give them away? Well, I'm
what's-
not giving this bottle away.
Sell it at Moe's.
No, I'm gonna probably sell it on the West Side Highway getting home on the
Hey,
way
let's autograph
home.
it.
You know, I'm gonna say I got this from Vinny Vella on his new show on television. Actually, how long you been on the air, Vinny?
God, I've been doing this 10 years.
Really? Wow.
About 10 years.
God
I
bless
started
you.
off in
And you don't
Staten
ask me
Island.
for now, 10 years later, you ask me to come on the show?
I started off in Staten Island, then I came here.
Oh, you started in Staten Island over where Johnny does his show?
Yeah.
That's
I
a
started
commute
there before.
there. That's all. How do you get out to Staten Island? There ain't even a bus that goes out there.
I know.
That's
I was having a
terrible.
hard time out there.
Right, that's hard, that's tough. This is nice. You're in New York.
Yeah.
We're right on the west side.
Also, all the TV
It's
studios
beautiful, right down the corner from ABC.
Yes,
Right?
yes, we're right
so where you'll
here.
probably be working next.
I would love it.
Yeah, I
Hope
can
so.
see you
I've
taking it over
auditioned.
Kelly Ripa. The hell with her.
Oh
We
my
don't need
gosh,
Kelly
tell
Ripa
me
no
about
more.
it. Listen, I liked her with Regis.
I'd
but
rather
since
watch
Regis,
you
I
and
don't
Vinny in the
know.
morning than Kelly and
Thank
that
you
basketball
so much.
player.
But you know, I think I just realized I'm staying between two Vinnies. How lucky am I? You know what I mean? It's a little Vinny sandwich. This is good.
It's a Vinny
It's a Vinny
sandwich.
It is.
You said it, not me.
But
I don't need to get
nonetheless,
arrested for no being a pedophile.
I know, but this is one of the guests that we've had that you're genuinely nice to have, and I actually just
What,
I'm like,
most
this
of
is
your
me.
guests are
I'm
not
like,
nice to
you all
have?
know this. I'm like this.
Oh, you go
This is
back
it.
and forth?
But you're funny. You two are funny together. This is fun.
Well, actually,
enjoying
Vinny
myself.
and I thought about maybe with making this into something a little more profitable.
I know. I would love that. But moreover, back to the Kelly Ripa. I used to like her back in the day, but she
You're
changed.
our Kelly Ripa. The hell with everybody else. This is your Kelly Ripa right
Thank
here.
you.
I know
What a beautiful tomato.
Oh, thank you.
Right?
I do. I care about
Let's
it.
do
We-
another commercial.
We're good friends.
Let's do the commercial. And now back to our sponsor. Santo, come on, you say it.
Okay.
Santo.
Oh, start it. So what is it?
Yeah, let me do. You do
Stefano.
it this time. You do it. You do it.
Stefano?
Let's see.
You do it. Let me see you do the commercial. Action.
Okay.
Santo Stefano.
No, talk to the camera.
This is an olive oil that you have to try. It's 100% Sicilian olive oil. It's from Sicily. And, you know, I was told that I should take a little piece of garlic in the morning, shred it onto a teaspoon, and then put a little bit of that
Then do what?
onto,
Eat it?
and then put it
Then what are
Garlic's
you gonna
really
make
good
out with
for
after
you.
that when you got
I know.
garlic breath?
I know, but it's healthy for you eating a fresh
Don't go
clove
kiss
garlic.
them. Don't
I
go
know.
giving them the tongue
I
after
know.
that.
I know.
well, I'll tell you. And it really helps.
It helps what? Not get lucky. Maybe it helps you with your piece of leak. Does it help
tell
your
you.
piece of leak? We can't talk like this on this because.
See, I want to make a little
you
pasta
want.
primavera. That's what I'm going
Well, when
to
you
do.
get
with
old,
this
you
baby.
gotta, I mean, come on. Anything helps with your piece of leak.
You're right.
I mean, anything. Yeah.
Well, it's. I'm not saying that was helping it, but it gives you like a lift in the morning.
A lift.
Stefano. Santo
Actually, you
Stefano.
need the lift at night. I don't know about you, but I don't
Then
like
drink. Then had to do it at night. Then.
the garlic and the olive oil.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
you
tonight. I'm
shred a
gonna go
little piece
home.
of garlic.
I'm gonna do a little garlic,
right
olive
onto
oil.
the teaspoon.
Right.
And then
Actually, I'm really
Yes.
hungry too. You guys got me hungry, but I don't
I
want to go
know.
down to Little Italy with you guys because I'm gonna head north. I may go to my neighborhood.
but tonight, you know,
Where
we're
do you-
going in.
I
Where
live
do you
on
live?
City Island. You guys should come up. We should do a
That's right.
segment up there.
I used to live on City Island.
Where'd you live?
You did?
I know your family's from Pelham Bay because I remember
Yeah.
I went to a wake up there, Bolsano's.
Yeah.
Whose wake was that?
My nephew.
Yeah, I remember.
My sister's
That's
kid.
my neighborhood. Yeah, that's my
You know?
neighborhood. Yeah.
And but I used to
Next
live
to
on.
Gigi's place.
When I first came from Florida with my first wife, that's where I moved to Pelham
Oh,
Bay.
you did?
Yeah.
Where'd you live on
Um,
Pelham Bay?
I think it was Stanford. Is that a Stanford Street?
Good neighborhood. The neighborhoods never change.
When
Oh,
you,
wow.
when you,
Beautiful
That says a
neighborhood.
lot.
when you're on,
That says a
what
lot.
is that? You make a
Hobart.
right on Stanford, go down a block and a half. That's where I live.
That's where Narducci's from. That's her neighborhood. Who are you
Yeah.
waving to
Yeah.
over there? How many minutes?
Look, time flies when you're having fun. I know we're going to be winding down.
Well, why don't you two, I mean, last time I was here, you cut me off on the last sequence. It was almost like, you know,
I'm
Rocket
hoping they
Man
edit
over
it to
here. That
be
was a
continued.
cliffhanger. So I'm going to sit back. I'm going to listen to you two guys talk, and I'm going to relax. I'm taking my own.
I'm taking my envoy too.
Yeah, you know, so it's been a real pleasure, Vinny, after all
Thank
these years
you.
to come back on
to have you,
Dinner,
right?
It is.
you know.
And,
And I'm glad you wore black and I wore blue.
Well, next time we do the show and I have you on, I'm going to ask you what color you're going to wear, and I'll wear the opposite.
Well, it's good that you wear the opposite. We both wear black. We both look like Zorro over here.
I
But this
know.
girl's a beautiful girl here.
Yeah, well, I know
Thank
that.
you. Kind of you.
How old are you?
26.
How old do you want me to be?
Old enough.
26.
You know, my daughter won't let me go out with anybody younger than her.
How old's your daughter?
She's starting to hit it, man. So it's going to be a problem.
Keep it close. Keep it close.
At my birthday party, I brought my girlfriend up, and I said to my ex-wife, and I said, "This is so and so, and this is so and so." And my daughter looked at me. She says, "Hey, Daddy, how old is she?" I said, "Okay, she's younger than you. We got a problem." What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
How many kids you got, Vince?
I got one daughter, and I got a beautiful granddaughter right now.
Okay.
You know, and I take care of them. So I'm allowed to do what I want to do. You know.
That's true. That's
Come
probably
on.
fair.
Yeah,
Right.
I could do what I want to
I lost track.
do. Of what?
How many kids I had?
What, you don't know?
Well, I had one, well, I was married 3 times. So I have one with each wife. That's 3. I adopted 2. That's Margaret Ann's 2 kids.
Right.
So that's 5.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And then one out of wedlock.
What does that mean, out of wedlock?
Well, it was the maid of honor for my first wife.
Ooh. It's like Sonny in The Godfather.
So she got pregnant and
Yeah.
she decided she didn't want to go for an abortion and she was going to go.
I think you're giving a little too much information on this talk show here,
Well,
Vinny.
she didn't want to go live with. She didn't.
Talking about abortion and everything. Like, we just endorsed Donald Trump. Now
Heavy.
we're talking about abortion
Heavy.
here. Boy, we're going to have.
started that show
We're
and
talking
ended
about
that.
Bernie Sanders people outside when we walk
my
out. We're going to have a lot of problems,
Need
man. They're going to be
bodyguards.
shooting us.
Anyway, she moved to Hawaii
Good for her.
with her father.
Good, good. But I don't want to
Okay.
talk about abortions on this. This is a
No.
kids show here.
Well, she didn't get an abortion.
Well, that's good to know.
That's why you have her.
That's why you
For
have
the
the
baby.
yeah. Right.
I know.
Well, me,
Well, I must say, pleasure. Pleasure meeting you.
yes.
And you're really,
On
really
that
fun.
note,
and you've been a
on that
fantastic
note,
guest.
practice safe sex. And
Practice safe sex.
Hey, let's hope Donald Trump comes and becomes the president of the United States and cleans up this country because we
Oh,
need
man.
it. You know,
I sure
I
hope
really
so.
do.
You know.
I sure hope so.
You know, I'm gonna tell you something. You got to be careful with the media. Somebody
Anymore.
interviewed me, and they put me that I was in the paper in the Daily News that I was supporting Hillary Clinton, and I said the only thing good about Hillary is when she goes home to go sleep with her husband. I was not supporting her. You know.
Well, the media, everything is so warped.
I didn't
People
like
don't
Bill
realize
Clinton,
it.
and I don't like Hillary Clinton. I'm sorry, because if you're the president of the United States, you don't have that kind of sexual encounters and get away with it, you know, and still become the president. And then you wonder why the country fell apart. Give me a break here. They should have
Anyway,
beheaded
so
him.
now we're at the end of our show.
We're at the end of our show. We're at the end
The end of the
Vinny-
show, the 2 Vinnies. It's been so much fun.
And I wanted to thank
And olive oil.
Vinny Pastore.
Then I'm glad I wore blue.
And I'm glad I did it.
This is fun, Vinny. This
Take
is
it
so
from
much
me,
fun.
he's one of a kind. It's Vinny Valentine.